press. And I know a lot of you have read different articles on how to use bands for bench pressing. Once again, what I'll do is explain to you, when we use bands for bench pressing, our objective is purely to give the kids another way to go ahead and stimulate the body to increase their strength. We're always looking for ways to go ahead and make their body have to adapt to different stresses. And so bands just add to that ability to do that. And on the bench, since it's one of our staple exercises, it's a very easy exercise to bring the bands into. Let me show you how you set it up. Right now, what you're going to see is I got one band already set up. Now let me take you through how to get it. Again, the best way to go ahead and use bands in your weight room, because if you're training a lot of kids like we are, you can't have the kids changing bands and adapting bands and constantly taking bands off and taking bands on. So our objective is to go ahead and put a certain type of band on the bench and then let them adjust the weight accordingly based on their strength levels, but not change the bands. I typically like to use smaller bands, as I've said before, and making sure that we get the reactive response that we're looking for, but not have to overload the bands. A lot of our kids use orange and red bands when it comes to benching. Some of them just bench the bar, and a lot of them go ahead and use smaller weights, but the key is the acceleration of the bar. That's what we're looking for. So let me show you how we're going to set this up. We're going to take the band and we're going to go ahead and loop it around. Now there's a lot of different variations of bench presses, obviously, so you're going to have to look at yours and see what works the best. We go ahead and hook it around there, and then what I do is I drop the bar down here, I loop it up and over top, put the bar back down, and we're set to go. Now I like the bands inside the bar, away from the weights, so the kids can easily change the weights without having to worry about the bar or the band. I don't like putting it on the outside because I just don't think our kids are strong enough, nor are they elite enough to go ahead and work on the balance component of that. Once we go ahead and get the band set, we're locked in, we're easily putting a comfortable stretch of the band. We're not overstretching it. They never have to touch the band once they start lifting. Let's go ahead and load this side of the bar here with a little bit of weight. Put the collar on it, and let's show you what we're going to do. Alright, so now the kids get into the lift. Now, the one thing that the bench and the bands definitely demonstrate significantly is that they have to go ahead and really learn how to set their shoulder blades down and together. And so I like using this early on because they learn how to go ahead and really put that into position. A lot of our kids struggle with setting that scapula and setting those shoulder blades before they lift. We got to continually remind them of how to go ahead and do that. The other thing is, it teaches them how to set their heels into the ground, set their butt into the bench, and really go ahead and get a nice stable base before they push. We're going to go down from here. It's pretty easy. Kids are going to go ahead. We got to make sure the bands are set equally, which they now are. I'm going to get inside the band. If the kids want to go ahead and go wider, they can definitely take the bands out a little bit, if that's where they want to do it. I like to go right on the point. I'm going to set my shoulder blades tight, set my heels tight, take the bar up, and now I'm set. You notice the band is a little bit at an angle, so as I come down, it's going to pull me, and I'm accelerating up. So I can push up and up, down, roll through quickly. Again, what we're looking for is the acceleration of the bar. That's what we're working on. We're trying to get the kids to learn how to accelerate through. There's your bench press, how to set it up, how to get your bands connected. My feeling is this is a very safe way to go ahead and do it, and a way to connect in and get your athletes starting to bench with some bands.